Between July 1976 and July 1977, American serial killer Richard David Falco, later known as David Berkowitz, murdered and wounded 17 people in the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens in the state of New York. Using a .44 caliber bulldog revolver, he shot innocent people minding their own business at random, mainly selecting young white women as his targets at first. Then later, couples, as Berkowitz terrorized the area for 12 frightening months. On August 9, 1977, the evening of his final attack, where a couple, making out in their car, were ambushed. Police decided to investigate every car that was parked near the crime scene. Berkowitz's yellow 1970 Ford Galaxy was among them. The following day, on August 10, 1977, police investigated Berkowitz's car, which was parked outside his apartment building in Yonkers. When they searched the car, they found a .44 caliber bulldog revolver in the back seat. Ballistics later linked this same revolver to the attacks. They also found a duffel bag filled with ammunition, maps of the crime scenes, and a threatening letter addressed to the task force created to stop him. They finally apprehended him that night as he was trying to leave the premises. An amused and smiling Berkowitz told detectives, "Well, you got me. How come it took you such a long time?" 30 minutes into his interrogation, he confessed not only to the murders, but to hundreds of arsons. Authorities familiar with the matter believe he is actually responsible for setting over 1,400 fires in and around New York City. During his confession, Berkowitz told police that he was possessed by Satan and that his neighbor Sam's dog, with its incessant barking, told him to kill. In fact, when police searched his apartment, they found satanic graffiti on the walls. On May 8, 1978, Berkowitz, also known as the .44 caliber killer, was charged with 6 counts of second-degree murder and 7 counts of attempted murder. He pled guilty on all counts. On June 12, 1978, David Berkowitz, who left handwritten and taunting letters near the bodies of his victims, where he referred to himself and is now infamously known as the Son of Sam, was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison, although he later admitted the story about a dog telling him to kill was a lie. To this day, Berkowitz maintains that it was Satan who controlled his mind during the attacks. He now claims to have found Christ. It should be noted that not only did this born-again Christian wound 11 people, one of them was left blind in one eye, and another was left paralyzed. His guilty plea made him eligible for parole after 25 years behind bars. As mandated by state law, Berkowitz is entitled to a parole hearing every 2 years. He has consistently refused to ask for release, and on some occasions skipping the hearings altogether. Before his first parole hearing in 2002, he sent a letter to the governor of New York, insisting that the hearing be canceled. He wrote, "In all honesty, I believe that I deserve to be in prison for the rest of my life. I have come to terms with my situation and accepted my punishment." Officials rejected his request. In 1979, one of Berkowitz's fellow inmates slashed the side of his neck from front to back. The wound, although deep, did not sever any veins or arteries and required over 50 stitches. He still bears the scar to this day. David Berkowitz is currently being held at the Shawangunk Correctional Facility in Ulster County, New York.
I had made a pact with the devil. I had allowed this satanic thing to control me. It was a satanic thing. To me, when a mind is captured, like by Satan, and the mind you can't look at things and evaluate things in their right perspective.
First, what was it like to kill someone?
Larry, I don't dwell on that much, and I don't dwell on it at all. It was a horrible thing. And I'd do anything if I can go back and change it all and have prevented it from happening. It's in the Bible that God, in the Old Testament and the New, that God forgives sins for those who come to Him through faith in Christ, and I did that. And I feel that God has completely forgiven me, and He's taught me how to forgive myself. I know that His Word has promised that He's forgiven me. I try to share the gospel because I know that Christ could help a person, Christ could change a person's life, and that's what I strive to do every single day as a minister. I mean, God had taken me, a murderer, and I feel that He's made me into a minister, just like He's done to the Apostle Paul.
The victims of this killer were far too young when they were taken. We honor their memory. Until we meet again, I am E of Murder.